What's up, Angel City? It's your girl Panda here, and we are here to bring you another episode of Angel City Chicks. And I know it is long overdue, so I couldn't do it without my podcast partner and, well, just favorite all-around person in general. Oh, I should probably silence my phone. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, we are professionals.
We're like amateurs here. Cheers to that. Wow.
Professionals here.
All right. What do we want to say to lead into this episode today, Nina?
I mean, first of all, we are actually sitting where my bed used to be, my childhood bed.
Yes. So Nina's bedroom that she grew up in as a child has been converted into a storage space / dad's office. Yeah. So no longer live here. I'm sorry.
No, I don't live here.
And that's okay. That's okay. But yes, we are doing this from Culver City because, well, we're having a celebration today.
Yes, we are celebrating Mexico's Independence Day in honor of my maternal grandpa. My grandpa came over from Mexico when he was about 16 years old. So today we are celebrating him and his heritage and, honoring his memory, really.
Oh, I love that. And that's why we're drinking margaritas.
Hey.
Cheers to that. Yeah. If you're on the YouTubes, you can see that. If you're driving in your car, just imagine what a nice cold margarita might feel like.
Yeah. And maybe you are on your way to San Diego right now. I'm just saying.
Yes. This episode is meant to give you a little bit of, I guess, assurance going into that matchup that, hey, we got this. We're going to do this. So we're going to highlight the last two games we played. We decided to smush them together because, well, it's really hard to do this after every single game when there's 4 in 7 days or something. Like, it's insane between Copa Angelina and then the Dash and then the Courage and now San Diego. So we want to knock this out right now so that we could devote all of our time to a good episode with San Diego Wave and highlight everything that happens there. So we're kind of going to view the down and dirty on this episode. We're not going to get too into things. We're going to talk about where we're at, where we've been, where we're going, and then, just hopefully entertain
you.
A
little quickie on your way to San Diego right now. But then we'll be back with our full regular episode. We're actually probably doing that Sunday from Christmas Tree Lane.
Yes.
Because you know how it goes for us.
Why not?
We're going to just bring this to you real quick so that way we give you a little something to think about as you're on your way down south to face the wave and black out the snap.
Yes. And we hope the weather is going to be in your favor because we all know it is hot, hot, hot when there is all sun and no shade.
You're hopefully.
Oh, thank you.
With your tan.
My tan and my green for Mexican independence.
Yeah, I definitely said I look real pale next to you, especially in my beige shirt with my beige. I'm the queen of beige over here, and you're all cute and whatnot, whatever.
Nina's I'm going to be all skin tone today. Everything.
Literally, I was like, no, we're just going to do this in Audacity. And she's like, oh, I got cute though. I was like,
I did. Got myself all tan and I pulled out the green for today and for celebrating and just feel like you all need to see it, even if that's just a few of you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
I got up early and went to work.
I went to the gym.
And then showered after and got all cute.
I did, but that's okay. You're always cute. You don't need that. But anyways, let's just dive into what has happened and everything.
Holy hell. So can we just reflect on the fact that the team has been in 3 states in 7 days? This is my mantra right now because the fact that we couldn't even get it together between everything we're doing. And I mean, we're pretty busy people in general, but the fact that there was so much in such a short frame of time, I can only imagine what these girls are feeling.
I mean, we couldn't even get together to put out a podcast. I can't imagine trying to play a game. I mean, come on.
Chaos.
And we all know that this Courage game was the one that was just like plopped right down in the middle of all the chaos that was already existing because of that reschedule because of COVID back earlier in the season. So
Mhm.
that's why we are doing 2 of these games today. And again, it's not going to get too in depth. I think most of you probably watched it, saw some highlights, read about it. You guys know what's going on. You're definitely not listening to us right now because you need to know what happened. You probably just
Yeah.
want to know our thoughts on it. You want to be entertained. And you probably want someone to pep talk you to say, come on, are we going to make the playoffs?
Yes.
We're going to make the playoffs, guys.
Our
we're gonna,
captain
we're gonna
has
make the playoffs.
said
Yes.
we're making the playoffs, and I trust in Ali Riley. So, like Panda said, we're going to give you just kind of the Angel City side of the last 2 games that have happened. As Panda is coining this, a dash of courage is all you need to make playoffs.
Yes. I thought it was a fun play on words, and I think that is exactly what we need. We just need to have a little courage to go out there and just put it all out on the line and just know that no one is so much better than us that we can't pull out a win against them. That we're talking to you, Wave.
You're going down.
Going down for
Spirit
real.
took them down. We can take them down.
Absolutely. No, 100%. No one is capable of not being beaten, and especially on their home turf.
What home turf? They
What-
haven't played there yet.
Yeah.
It's our home. It's our
Actually,
home.
yeah. And I mean, it's going to be 33,000 plus people's home. Oh my goodness.
Oh God, sorry.
Yes, Nina just sneezed. See, that's the fun thing about YouTube. You'd see that. If you're in your car right now, you may not have known that was happening.
And I have a
but-
cute sneeze.
Oh my God. Why? Because it's just one little sneeze where
Yeah.
mine's like 42.
I'm gonna start an OF for
Anyways.
sneezes.
Oh, God. Oh my God. Wait, has that been done yet?
I don't know, but it should.
Can you imagine if someone
I have a
paid
cute sneeze.
for an OF for to watch someone sneeze or hear them sneeze? Maybe
No judgment.
maybe both. You may be onto something there, Nina. I don't know. All right. Anyways,
feet
do
aren't
you want let's get into how these matches went.
Yeah, let's start with a little dash.
Yes, and then we'll get into where we're at on the table, what we've got coming up, and then we will send you on your merry way with a nice, like I said, a little pep talk about things and all that jazz. But either way, let's get into this. Our first game was that we're going to talk about was on September 11th.
Oh,
Yeah,
heavy.
kind of heavy. Most of us, I think,
I was gonna say,
remember in some way that happened.
it's been a while, but Panda, you have this great thing that we put out on Instagram about September 11th and what it means to you. And just for those of you who don't know us or you're new to the podcast, my lovely co-host here is actually a 15-year Army combat veteran. She's got the muscles to prove it. She's got the sharpshooter marks to prove it. And she was actually already enlisted in 2001. And she was one of the first units actually deployed shortly after 9/11 back in, what was it, 05?
Yeah, it was
So-
crazy. I mean, I remember 9/11. If we'll take a moment to talk about this, because it is important and definitely reshaped a lot of history and changed thousands and thousands of people's lives. But yeah, I remember that day very vividly because I was in the military, and up until that point, they always kind of said, like the day of like old wars, like World War I, and the ones that we had fought in the past, we're just not fighting wars like that anymore. They're more advanced. There's a lot of like, sending bombs and missiles over fighter jets. They kind of talked it up as like, this isn't going to happen. And then obviously September 11th happened. And I remember calling my first sergeant and going, what does this mean? Like, this is something that hasn't happened also. Like, what does this mean? And again, they kind of played it off as obviously, this is a terrorist thing. This is not a country thing at the time. And, it was like, yeah, we should be okay. But I mean, we all know how that went. And obviously in 2003 is when we kind of invaded Iraq. And 2 years after that, my unit was up. And it was our turn to replace the units that had been fighting tirelessly for the previous year or so. And so I got to spend a year in Iraq, 05 to 06, fighting a war. And let me tell you, definitely gives you a dose of perspective. And a lot of people all the time compliment me on, my attitude and my ability to stay so calm in stressful situations like at work and surgery as a nurse and everything. And I credit a lot of that to, what I experienced in Iraq. I mean, I have so much perspective for things that really matter and what doesn't matter. And I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we all have our moments where we get a little out of sorts or whatever, but for the most part, I definitely can keep it together and just know that, listen, we have such a good life here. We actually are very fortunate, and until you see the way other people live and how their lives are dictated, in their countries and where they're at, we should really just be thankful for what we have.
Mhm.
I mean, the fact that we're allowed to watch women play professional sports in our country,
Yeah.
that is not even close to anything that people will be able to experience over in some of the countries that I've been in. So thank you so much for listening to my little story. And
Yeah.
I hope we all take a moment to reflect every time this day comes around, because it did change a lot of people's lives for, a lot of various reasons, whether it was
Mhm.
on that fateful day or those that have loved ones in the military as well. I mean, it definitely has affected us all.
No, and thank you
So-
for your service. And our hearts go out to everyone and their families if you lost someone on 9/11 or as a result of the actions of 9/11. It's definitely something that I think weighs heavy on a lot of hearts, and a yearly moment where as a country we can come together and remember that, and we can give acts of service to each other, and we can reach out and be there, I think is really essential. So hard to
It's heavy.
transition from that to anything happy, but
Well, like I said, just the sheer fact that we live in a country where we're allowed to have professional women's sports and have
Mhm.
women that can coach these women, and to have women like ourselves that can talk about women. I
Hey.
think that is a beautiful segue into this match. And so I'm going to go ahead and get right into the lineups. And like I said, this was on September 11th, and we were playing the Houston Dash at Houston. What is their stadium's name? Where do they play?
Oh, good question. I actually don't remember.
I feel like I had this pulled up at one point, but
I was gonna say my phone's updating to
it was
iOS 16.
it was PNC Stadium. That's where they played. You're updating right now.
Yeah, currently.
Awesome. Anyway, so they played in PNC Stadium, and yeah, let me get into your lineups because there were a few changes and some interesting things left off that. But we had, of course, reliable Dee Dee Herachich in goal. And our back line, we had Allie Riley wearing the captain's armband. We had Paige Nielsen, Megan Reed, and we had, for the first time in a while, Jasmine Spencer starting in the back. What a firecracker to see back there. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then we have Danny Weatherholt in the midfield. Looks like she's all alone. They had it listed as a 4-1-4-1.
Sure.
So anyways, up front in whatever that is, we have June Endo, Savannah McCaskill, Carrie Riccaro, and Claire Emsley. And then we have up there in that good old...
As our target forward.
Yep, we've got Simone Charlie starting. And
let's go.
Wow, that was amazing, and we're going to talk about why we like to see her starting as well. One thing notable, though, is we did not have a backup goalkeeper.
Literally shaking in my boots when I was like, okay, so you told me beforehand, and you were like, hey, at Flying Embers, Brittany Eisenhower is going to be there.
Right,
and I was like, how?
Yeah, she was
I didn't
there.
understand. And then I was like, oh, I guess Al Muth is going to be the backup for that game. Guess who's out on
medical
illness?
Something happened. I think did she even travel with the team?
I'm
not even sure. I don't know how far she made it.
I'm pretty sure she must have traveled, and then they were like, oh, you're not clear. Because otherwise I can't imagine a world where Brittany Eisenhower doesn't get on the jet or whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like at that point she had to already have been gone and on the plane, and then
something happened.
When she got there, something happened, because we could have just scooped her up and taken her with us, but we had no backup.
Backup.
Now, granted, if there's any goalkeeper out there that doesn't need a backup, it's Dee Dee. So thank God for that.
Thank God.
But yeah, let's get into this game.
Give us a quick recap right here.
I'm going to give you a great recap in just a moment. But we're going to start out. We had a lot of good things happen in the beginning. Right off the bat, I remember there was a great ball to Emsley from McCaskill. They came up, firing. It was crossed in the box. Unfortunately, we were still trying to get our footing and everything, and no one was there. We also saw Charlie make a run into the box at one point, but it was saved by the keeper. And then we're going to see Prince. She's got some good opportunities. Thankfully, a real weak shot that was saved by Didi. And the thing that I noticed the most in the beginning was we had a lot of turnovers off bad passes. And I don't think that's going to be something that we see goes away through the remainder of this game and into even the next game. I think we still need to work on that, especially from our midfield to that attacking third position. But
yeah, a little bit of that final connection missing in action.
Yes. We saw a lot of great runs by Spencer. She was definitely battling and winning a lot of duels against Houston and able to win a lot of balls back for us, or to at least avoid a lot of corner kicks. Didi, though, she was doing a lot of controlling of this game. I feel like at one point we were really it felt like we had a lot of adrenaline, and you like to see a lot of energy and you like to see a lot of enthusiasm. Unfortunately, when you get that way, you don't always make the best decisions either. Sometimes you need to take a deep breath, settle down, and kind of reconfigure yourselves. And you see Didi doing that early on the game.
Great life advice, by the way.
She was doing the old shin guard fixing, these aren't right. Yeah.
I have iOS 16 now.
Oh boy, guys, she can delete sent messages.
My texts.
There was a scary moment there in the first half, unfortunately, where Didi had kicked the ball and it was intercepted at the top of the box. Wide open chance, but thankfully it was not on target and it goes wide. And we're going to see a lot of great runs by Charlie, like I said. She's going to get a good through ball by McCaskill. It's going to get blocked. So this first half, there was a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, not a lot of goals from the dash, but unfortunately not for us either. We do have a water break. They did schedule one in for this. Hydration break. And after this hydration break, we see Endo and Emsley actually switch sides. So, during that water break, it was actually a tactical break, I think, as well, where you're going to see Endo on the right side. Emsley is now on the left. Now, that didn't do much for our defense because in the 43rd minute, we're going to see a dash goal by Sanchez. She's got, let me just tell you, she's got a great, great shot. Top of the box. What a rocket from a wide open Sanchez. She's going to make it 1-0. And that's kind of how it's going to happen. That's how it's going to go into the half. And what is really unfortunate is at this point, we don't have any corner kicks. And I'm not even sure how many corner kicks they have. I'll give you the breakdown at the end, but I think we only ended up with one at the end of the night. But at this point, we have zero.
We don't really do much with them.
We don't do much with them, but when we have corner kicks, it at least says we're doing something with the ball in the attacking third. We're not even getting it into the attacking third to do anything with the ball, or we're getting offside calls, unfortunately, and nothing is happening. So that's how the half goes. We're going to see the dash up 1-0, and, not how you want it to go. I mean, it's unfortunate because we know that we haven't always been a second half team. So going into the half down a goal is not exactly a good warm fuzzy, but you know what we've got on our team?
Simone Charlie?
We've got Simone Charlie. And oh my goodness, what I liked about this goal is it just shows the hustle and the heart that this team has and what has really kept them in this game up until this point and in this season, to be honest. In the 49th minute, Simone Charlie is going to get her first goal in an ACFC uniform. And oh my gosh, what a fun goal it was. It wasn't like a rocket shot like we saw from Sanchez. It wasn't like a fun little header cross, but what it was a sheer and utter battle because
a Charlie shot.
What happened is she was making a run and the ball kind of makes its way to the keeper after she kind of battles it out with the defender. And thankfully, she didn't get a good grip on the ball, and Charlie doesn't give up. Most of the time in that situation, when you see a keeper go for a ball, most people just kind of run away from the ball. But she toe poked that ball just enough when the keeper didn't even have possession of it, right through her legs, and just kept on it and scored a goal. And I mean, it was just like one of those jaw drop moments where you're just like, did that just happen? Oh my God. She kept on the ball. just like she should have. Until you hear a whistle, until you know for sure that that ball is not yours, you keep going. And she did exactly that. And she got her first goal in style. And shout out to Simone Charley, because I think all that's going to do at this point is just give her the confidence that she's looked for and needed up until this point. She's gotten so close so many times. And I think this is just what she needed to do that. And now we have got a tie ball game, which we'll take it on the road. Again, a tie is great. We need all the points we can get, and again, we'll chat about that. But that's really going to be it. Spoiler alert for the score line. Other than that, we are going to see some good crosses into the box. We're going to see a lot by Savannah McCaskill making some nice little crosses in. We're going to see Charlie with some more runs. We did see just some good footwork, I think, from our team at that point. I know about in the 63rd minute, we were going to see a lot of pressure from the dash. Thankfully, nothing came from it. We had some subs come in. I know Le'Veon came in for Recaro. We did have some bad passes where Didi came in and saved our butt again, but that is not anything new. We constantly talk about Didi saving our butts. She did it again in this game. We just need to get our passes together. We need to communicate a little more. There's just, we're almost there. I can see the talent. Another notable thing is Lucy. Lucy didn't make her appearance until the 74th minute. Not a lot of time to really make a difference all the time, especially when you're coming in as a defender.
Yeah, 100%.
But the thing I want to talk about is in the 94th minute, that was our first corner kick of the night. In the 94th minute.
That's a long time.
As somebody who knows a lot about the game, I mean, what exactly does that say to you? I mean, when you look at the time, or like the stat line of what happened with this game, they had 9 corners and we had 1. When you look at that, what does that say to you?
The other team is attacking more.
Right. And we're not. And we definitely have the ability to do so. When I look at the stats, I'm going to go over those real quick. Dash had 18 shots to our 8.
That's not a stat line you like.
It's not great. They were taking shots. Now, they only had 4 on target to our 3.
Okay.
So the shots we were taking were,
Quality.
at least calculated in quality. They were just throwing the ball at anything, hoping it would stick, which isn't always bad. Possession was 51% for us, 49% to them, so pretty even. Passes were the accuracy 75 to 72%, again, fairly even. Their fouls, they had 12 to our 5, so they were getting chippy, and I think I saw a lot of that on their pressing that they had with us. And then again, like I said, the corners 9 to our 1.
I guess what really makes me nervous in this is the fact that right now we have a few players that are on that yellow card accumulation watch list. And those are some big names for us. That is Tyler Lucy, Savannah McCaskill, and Paige Nielsen. And I know we're going to talk about it in a second, but Tyler Lucy even picked up another. And I get very nervous with this. And part of me is like, just get it over with. I don't know.
I mean, it sucks because you don't want to have to play timid.
No.
And they're going to have to be careful because,
but they're all so close that at this point, it's like, I don't want it to happen.
I would be fine with
game right now matters so much.
I mean, I think I'd be fine at this point now with them getting their yellow cards against San Diego. At least they'll be aggressive and that's fine.
Put it on the line and whatever.
But I guess it all depends on what the game looks like at that point too.
Yeah, now I'm nervous again.
Don't be nervous. Also, we had 5 offside calls to their 0. So...
I mean, that's what happens when you have like a target forward like that that's like pushing up that much.
Right,
so
right.
It's kind of like a par for the course with that kind of a formation. But let's talk quickly about, if you will, let's go to Courage.
Let's take
a quick trip back east, and I'll just give you a quick rundown right here. So for the Courage match, let's go to the lineup. All right. Starting in goal, of course, Didi Harachich, this time traveling with the one and only Brittany Eisenhower as a backup. On the back line, we had Allie Riley, Paige Nielsen, Megan Reed, and Tyler Lucy, who, as I mentioned, earns a yellow card in this game. In the midfield, Danny Weatherholt, June Endo, Clarice Le'Veon, and Carrie Recaro. And then playing up top, Savannah McCaskill and Claire Emsley. Very interesting that Junendo is taking a midfield position to Savannah McCaskill. I know she's our leading goal scorer, but okay.
What do you think of this lineup?
I think we're just trying to do a little more of a switch off between Endo and McCaskill and then Emsley and Riccaro, because we know McCaskill and Riccaro are scoring. And then you're like double booking Le'Veon and Danny Weatherholt in the middle to try and tie that down as well. Adding the speed of Ali Riley and Tyler Lucy on the side is going to give you a pretty good shot. It's very tactically sound, but I mean, it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Spoiler. We ended up losing 1-0 to the Courage.
My question.
Answer.
What do you think teams do better when they have just like a solid, consistent lineup, know their positions, know how they're going to play? Or do you think there is some tactical advantage to constantly switching it up and the other team just not knowing what we're going to do, even if that means we don't really know what we're going to do either?
So I'm a little old school. I say play your game. I say find a system that works for your team. Don't alter for anyone. There are small tactical changes that you can make to mark specific players and things like that, and different things you can do defensively depending on who you're playing against. You know, some teams are going to go wider and you're going to want to like push out differently. But I think for the most part, the teams that win are the teams that other teams have to adjust to. You know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, because we do see lots and lots of variations of what our team's doing. I mean, some of it, albeit, is because of injury, and we have to do that.
Yeah.
But if we had a consistent team, no injuries, would you just stick with a lineup that works until it doesn't work?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like
if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing.
There's a reason the 4-4-2 was very successful. And I know a lot of teams are taking more variations on the 4-4-2, but it's missionary. You know, it works.
It's effective.
You know, it gets the job done.
Boring,
and there's
but
a
effective.
reason.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm the Christian of the bunch.
Yeah. And not, she doesn't mean religion. I'm sorry. We all know that. You meant Philly.
No, I meant the Philly. Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm the Philly.
All right. So
also not a horse.
Wow, you are not a horse nor a religious emblem. All right. Let's get into a quick recap of this game.
Yeah. So just to quickly boil it down for you, Angel City lost 0-1 on the road at North Carolina following a second half goal by the forward Carolyn. A foul from Ali Riley actually opened the match, and I was okay with this because to me it let them know it was like, hey, we're here, we're gonna play aggressive. And I appreciated Ali kind of checking the Courage on this and like putting them kind of on notice, like
we're here, we have arrived,
we're gonna play physical and you're ready. And then that was followed shortly by a save by Didi. And I felt like that would kind of be the motto of the match. It was Didi, 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 Didi.
Didi, 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 Heritage. It's going to be our new song. Didi, 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 Didi,
All right.
Didi,
Lots of back and forth to start the half. But the biggest controversy came when midfielder Carrie Riccaro sent a shot forward. And the pass to midfielder Clarice Le'Veon at the top of the box, who cleverly kind of flicked the ball up and over her mark for midfielder Savannah McCaskill. McCaskill actually looks like she's brought down in the box by Pinto, but no penalty is called here. And this is going to be the cry for the next year is VAR. You know,
if they would have VAR'd that, I have no doubt in my little pea-brain soccer head that would have been a penalty. She took her out. Everything that Pinto did was the reason why McCaskill fell down, and there was no play on the ball. She literally just ran into her, fell over, tripped over. I don't know what she did, but it was her fault that McCaskill went down. I'm sorry. The commentators even said that's 100% a penalty in my eyes. Don't at me.
Yeah. And, you know, these things are definite momentum changers. When something like that happens, you automatically start feeling like the referee's not on your side. And it's kind of a downward spiral. I mean, this takes us kind of into the second half, and Courage really came out strong for the second half, but so did Angel City. The only goal of the match actually comes is what I was going to say.
Comes in
the 54th minute when Ordonez dribbles in and she finds Debinha. Wow, I am verbing all over the place. And she finds Debinha.
This podcast brought to you by margaritas.
Woo!
Anyway,
For
sorry.
a cross in for Carolyn, who one times the ball past Dee Dee. Unfortunately, Dee Dee unable to get to that one. But truly, I feel like Dee Dee was still the player of the match. And she made great saves to try and keep Angel City in the game. But unfortunately, our forwards, or as it turns out, our goal scorers and the midfielders, were not finding the back of the net. And it's just an unfortunate ending for the team.
Listen, this has been the story all along, Nina. Our defense, I mean, we do not allow a lot of goals. Let's just put that out there. I mean, a 1-0, I mean, that's only one goal. And if you look at here, I need to scroll down. Can you scroll? I can't pooter.
Oh, you scroll like this.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, what's our goals for and our goals against? So our goals for, oh wow. Wow, we are dead even, 20-20. And that's pretty amazing considering there's only looking at 2 teams that have allowed more goals or less goals than us.
Yeah, we
So
are.
our defense is
up there.
holding it down. However, again, our goals for 20. That is the opposite side. That's 3 teams. We're the 3rd team
from
the bottom. So same story all season long. Our defense is holding it down. They're doing their part, only allowing like 1 goal, but our forwards are not getting the ball into the back of the net.
And that's kind of reflected in the final stats for the game, where you see 22 shots for Nancy Courage to our 8. Of those 8 for us, 3 are on target, 6 on target for Courage. Possession about even at 53-47. Passes also about even. Pass accuracy 81 for Courage, 73 for Angel City. Fouls just about even at 7 and 8. And, you know, this is just kind of, to me, a sad point because you see dead even. The only things that are different are shots on target. And unfortunately, that equaled that goal score line. And unfortunately, we do not gain any points on the road for that game. But I think that takes us into this weekend, where I feel like all the points are on the line. Woo! Like if this was gambling and we could just go all in, you know, or we could say all of our points for all of your points.
Let's go.
Let's see what happens. That'd be actually a really fun way to soccer. Imagine if you had to like
put them all on the line.
Wager your points.
Like I'm gonna wager 12 of my points on this win.
Yeah,
and
like
you get
every
them.
team starts with 10 points to start the season, and you wager against other teams the number of points you want to see how many you have.
Yeah, or if you don't think you're gonna win, obviously you wouldn't wager. You'd be like, "Oh, wager 1."
Yeah.
If you think you're really gonna win, you're like, "Here's 20."
Yeah,
and I'll take your 20, and then we win. Yeah,
it'd be a fun.
Wow, we just created a new game.
We just letting you know a new way to soccer.
Wow. All right. So that's how that game happened. This was on Wednesday. If you guys,
yeah,
if you guys don't know, I don't know what day it is myself. I'm not gonna.
Currently still Saturday, but we're getting. Oh no, it's Friday. I thought it was Saturday already.
The game would be happening right now, or it would be just over. It would be over.
Anyways, tomorrow going down to San Diego and the Wave opening up Snapdragon, the shadeless stadium, and they are set, fortunately for a night game, to take on Angel City. We are going to black out the Snap. I'm expecting huge attendance records to be broken based on everything they're saying. I think they're saying 30,000 people.
33.
Yeah, I'll see it.
I mean, it's going to be insane. It's going to be crazy.
How many of them are going to be Angel City? I'm just saying.
A lot. Absolutely. I mean, I think they're.
Then we got to get credit. Equal billing.
Right? I know. This is a neutral territory at this point. It is not
actually
San Diego home game.
It's going to be our home.
We're going to make it at home. We're going to black it out. It's going to be great.
Bank of California Stadium South.
Yes. I love it.
There we go. So set to black out the Snap. And here's what I want to throw out for you real quick. So let's each pick a player from Angel City and a player for San Diego as our players to watch. I know our guys do this all the time. So I can go first if you'd like. I can give you a second because I know I'm throwing curveballs for you. And usually we plan everything out on a napkin.
I did not get a napkin today.
You have a napkin. It's napkin.
The napkin was wiping up my margarita sweat.
All right. Let me tell you mine.
Mm-hmm.
Gurma.
I'm
going to watch Gurma because I think it's in their defense that's going to be able to shut down our offense. And without Germa, who has been really solid on the back line, I'm not really sure how they're going to keep us at bay. And with that, for Angel City, I'm going to actually be looking at Allie Riley. And not just because she's our captain, but because I think when you take the powerhouse that has become San Diego, and it can be very intimidating for some of the rookie players, I think it's going to be Allie Riley who actually finds the back of the net for us. And I think she shuts them down on defense. I'm just saying, I think Allie Riley is going to be the strength we need, and she's going to be what everyone else feeds off of. So I'm watching Naomi Girma, and I'm watching Allie Riley.
I mean, that's pretty solid analysis for someone who clearly has thought about this prior to now and has just bamboozled me with this question before I could even do some research, because I'll be honest, I'm not paying that much attention to San Diego. I'm not looking at their stats. I don't care. Whatever. Meh. But I mean, let's pull out the obvious one. Obviously, Alex Morgan. I mean, she's always on the forefront of the score line. I mean, she's still the golden boot.
The key for Angel City. If we don't shut down Alex Morgan,
right?
And that's been our pain before.
Yeah, 100%. So I think she's definitely somebody that we need to keep our eye on. We need to figure out how to shut down. And yeah, I think our defense is going to be key. I mean, you've got someone like Taylor Korniak in there. I mean, she is a big girl. So it's not going to be hard for her to take those corner kicks and those set pieces and just jump. I mean, we do not have big players.
Yeah, let's be real. San Diego
they have tall
4 or 5 players over 6 feet tall.
They have trees on their field.
I don't know if we have a player over 6 feet tall.
We do not. I don't even know who our tallest one is. You look at our back line. It's not scary.
We don't have height.
It's technically sound.
We do not have height.
We don't have height. We don't have somebody back there who can really be a force to go up against some of these. So
so you're saying we need a tree.
We need a tree back there. Right? Can we throw Almu in the back?
Swaby.
How tall is Swaby?
Ooh, good question.
Let's look that up. And I don't think Vanessa Gilles is tall. I've stood next to her. Also, did you hear the latest news on her?
No.
Oh, okay. Are we done with her?
Swaby is 5'8".
So no, she's not.
But I think she's actually our tallest.
If that's the case, that's kind of sad. We need.
All I know is there's now a chance for me. 5'6".
Same. We're both 5'6".
We got it. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes. No. So there are right now rumors of Vanessa Gilles being loaned out to Olympique Lyonnais.
No.
Well, no, what they were saying was
no,
they were saying this would be great for her to get healthy in the off season. So when she comes back.
No.
But if they send her back to us like Canada did, like a busted up Fiat, then I'm not gonna like that.
I don't want her to go.
I know
I'm
you don't.
Angry and mad because Canada broke her.
I know. Did you hear that though? Had you heard that news?
I've kind of been living under a rock. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
Well, my rock has been really nice, but super busy.
I like this rock here. This is my rock right now. But yeah, no, I saw those rumors out there on Facebook. They had posted some stuff and actually posted a picture of her at the airport in is that France?
How dare you?
I know.
Okay, wait. Who's your Angel City player to watch? You said Alex Morgan, but who's your Angel City player to watch?
I'm trying to think here.
Well, you better hurry because the laptop's going to die.
Oh, wow. Okay. I really want to see something offensively happen. I think I know our defense needs to shut their offensive
so are you
down.
Going Emsley?
But I want to because I want her to succeed.
Did you pick 2 forwards and I picked 2 defenders?
Maybe. I want to see Claire Emsley come out here and just get mean and dirty with the ball.
Yeah.
She seems like a sweet girl, but I think she can do some things with the ball given the opportunity. We've seen it.
Stop being nice. Stop being nice.
I know you're Scottish and I know you're nice. I'm got Scottish blood too, and I'm nice. I get it, but every once in a while we need to be mean. I want her to get mean and dirty, and I want her to just slam in the back of the net because I think she can. I think she has the power to do so. She was not on our team when we played them the first time over in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Did she play? Did they come to us? When do they come to us?
Oh, don't. Too many margaritas.
Jeez, I don't even know. But either way, I just want to see her do good things. And I think, like you said, Allie Riley, I think shutting down their offense is key. And I don't think it's impossible because, again, we have not let up that many goals. And I think the key to this at this point is keeping those shut down like we've done, keep doing what we're doing, and just allow our forwards some space to get some good runs in and to just score, man. Like, that's all we need to do. And I think we can do it. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, with that, let's end with maybe a score prediction. What are you thinking?
Score prediction. I'm bad at these sometimes. Do you think we get a win or a tie?
I think we get a win.
You think we get a win?
Yeah.
If we win, I think it's going to be a 2-1. I think we have a history of not giving up very many goals, but I think that they're going to manage to find one. But I'm hoping we get another. We see another Simone Charlie goal and Claire Emsley.
Okay, so you're going 2-0.
I said 2-1.
Okay, so who's the one?
Probably Alex Morgan.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the safe bet.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's a missionary guess.
Just throwing it back there.
Just saying that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 3-2.
Wow, you have that much faith in our offense. Look at
I
this.
think Alex gets 2. I think Allie Riley opens it up for us.
Oh.
I see Carrie Riccaro and I see Claire Emsley.
Okay.
Unless it's like a chippy game and then it's not Claire, it's Simone.
Okay. Not our leading goal scorer of Savannah McCaskill? You think they're going to try to shut her down?
Yeah, I think Savannah plays more of a feeder role in this and holds it down in the midfield to kind of shut down Alex. I think Savannah gets pulled a little more to that.
Okay, that makes sense. She's done a good job with her crosses and feeding the ball. So, yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. I think anybody who's listening to this right now who's like frustrated with the team, I just take it down a notch. I mean, I see all this stuff on Facebook. I read it and people are just angry and mad. And, people are like, oh, we need a new coach and blah. Give them a chance, man. Like we've dealt with some adversity. We're a new team and you're going to be like, oh, but San Diego's doing well and they're a new team. They haven't dealt with some of the stuff we've had to deal with. And honestly, I mean, yeah, they do have Alex Morgan.
No one got hurt.
They've got 2 U.S. women's national team players on their team on top of it.
And no one's gotten hurt.
So take it down a notch, people, okay? We're right there. I mean, we're 1 win away from making the playoffs, and then we have a whole different ball game. The rest of the season doesn't matter at that point. We have done solid defensively. We've got Didi Harachich holding it down in goal for us. I don't know if you need much more convincing than that. And I think our offense has just been shuffled around and jumbled up so much. They're just trying to figure it out for themselves. So give them a chance, support them, show up.
Let's go.
And let's
dash
go.
Of courage is all we need.
Yeah, we just need a dash of courage. We got through that gauntlet, and here we are. Like, the naysayers, you get a hobby. You need something else to worry about at this point because we're good. We're good.
We are 1 win below the playoff line right now, and we've got a game in hand over most of the people above us. So it's currently still sitting in 7th place, but with 7 wins, and we've got 26 points. So 1 win puts us at 29, and that's really in playoff contention. And with that game in hand, really, this season could go anyone's way. Even Kansas City, who's sitting in 1st, have not clinched playoffs because, honestly, if they go on a losing streak right now and lose all their other games, they could fall below the playoff line.
Yeah, anything can happen. If we know anything about the NWSL, it literally goes down to the last game of the season. It's always that close. I think Gotham might be the only ones mathematically eliminated, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, mathematically and talently.
Ooh. No, we didn't say that. But yeah, and just so you know, the Wave are now in third place, in case you guys were wondering. The way the play, actually, let's just go to the table while you're listening so that you know what you're up against. We've got Kansas City at the top, 32 points. Portland and San Diego are both sitting at 31. Then we've got Dash and Red Stars at 30. OL Reign 28, and you got us at 26. Who cares what's below us, because they're going to stay that way.
Keep it there.
Keep it that way.
And you know how we like to sign off? As you're driving down, I hope you don't have a drink in your hand, but if you've already made it there,
If you made it there and you continue to listen to our craziness, we appreciate you and feel like you deserve a toast.
all right. Arriba, abajo, al centro, pa adentro.
Cheers.
Salud.
Prost. Chin chin.
All the things.
I can say all of them. So, anyways, cheers
right.
to you guys. Hold it down at Snapdragon. We got this. We can't wait to talk to you guys after this game. All right. Bye.
And here's our fluff.
I don't think there's fluff.
There's margaritas.
There's margaritas. Is that fluffy enough for you? Anyways,
A long week.
it's been a long week. Sorry for the abbreviated episode. It was just
School
our way of
started,
just, like,
everything. Like
it's been crazy. I mean, like there's just something all
Yeah.
the time. That's just how it's going to be forever and ever until we die.
I know, but I feel like I've been working a lot of 12-hour days lately. And I'm just super excited to finally be hitting a stride again now that school started back up.
Oh
But
yeah, I forget you work with kids.
Yeah.
School matters. I work in surgery.
some
No one
reason.
cares about holidays. No one cares about school. It's perpetually crazy all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, we don't have a lot of fluff because we're fluffed out.
Yeah, and we got margaritas to drink.
Go fluff yourself if you need to.